Hi there. In this quick video we'll be taking a look at this Xiaomi 67 watt car charger, and it has a USB-A and a USB Type-C right there. So quite a small little box. It came with an added Romanian translated user manual, so we'll be ignoring that one. Do we have any info about what it can output on Type-C? It can do at 11 volts 6.1 amps maximum, at 20 volt 2.5 maximum. Okay, that's interesting. At 9 volt 2 amp, 5 volt 2 amp, and that's on the USB Type A. So it has different outputs for Type-C. On Type-C it can do more. And for input, 12 volts, 7.5 amps. So that's quite a lot, let's say like that. And I think the total output translate. Actually, no, it can actually handle the 67 watts on Type-C alone. Okay. That's actually nice. So, or at least in theory, we'll see how much it can deliver in our devices, because for Type-C chargers, they need to find a common protocol between the charger and your particular device to deliver a particular power. So even if the charger is quite powerful, if your device cannot support its protocols, it will charge at a much lower power. So it's a lot about getting the right things together. Are you kidding me? Yes, it is a bit bulkier than some, but I would have never thought that a 67 watt charger can be this small and fairly light, much lighter than a similarly powered, let's say, okay, this is a 45 watt Samsung charger, because it's taking 220 to 30 volts actually, and outputting DC. This is just converting DC to a different voltage, so it can get away with a bit less circuitry there. Nice. This really is nice. I was afraid it's too bulky, but no chance. Let me see if I can show you the text on it. So in dual port 55 watts max. And on USB Type-C, I think this is capable of giving us the full juice. What else? Oh, so they also gave us a rather hefty cable. This is a strong cable. 6 amp cable. Ooh. Okay. That's nice. We'll be testing with this one to see how much we can draw out of this little thingy. And most likely we have also a user manual and some other info, nothing more, nothing less, just the paper. Get that out of the way. What's in here? Warranty. Get that out of the way. User manual. Let's see. You can pause at any time. Will this have a LED indicator? Yeah, it will. It has a ring all around it. Nice. And they actually write this at 3 power indicator. Yep. Again, the specs. And we're done. So, without further ado, let's get to the car and see how much some USB-C devices are able to draw out of this thing. The ones that I have, obviously. But before testing this in the car, Let's take a look at today's video sponsor PCBWay website. PCBWay can help you with PCB prototypes, up to 14 layers, even PCB assemblies, FPCs, which are flexible PCBs, advanced PCBs up to 30 layers. They can do CNC for you in all kinds of file formats, accepting even archives. Only limit file size below 200 megs, which is quite acceptable. They can also do SMD stencils for you. More than one version. And they also have a quite interesting module store where you can get lots of electronics for your projects. So thank you very much PCBWay for sponsoring this video, and let's get to what we are working on. Okay, a bit difficult to film in here, but hopefully you can see what you need. So about 27 watts, my S23 Ultra with the original included cable with this charger, and it's blue light or bluish light when working, and it's settled on power delivery 28 watts because again the charger is talking to the phone and deciding a protocol. Testing with a different cable, a 100 watts one, and we are at about the same thing, maybe 0.5 watts more, but that's nothing honestly, just a tiny difference, and this reports about 1 or 2 watts more always in all my tests, so what you see there is quite normal. And it's also quite normal for this particular where's my finger, this particular S23 Ultra. I have not seen it draw really more than that, maximum about 30 watts when it's not paired to an original Samsung charger. When it's paired with an original Samsung, it goes to almost 45 watts. But what we are seeing here, it's about more or less normal with other brand chargers. Plugged in my daughter's Samsung A who knows what, I don't remember the model, neither does it really matter, and it's about more or less 17 to 18 watts, and this is what this particular phone kind of is able to draw at maximum. I have never seen it go above 20 watts. So for this one, for example, it's maxing it. It's good. Anyway, good power levels, what I'm seeing for this charger. Also something that might interest some, this particular charger, when it's not used, actually let me just unplug it from the phone. Hopefully you can see my hand there. This will go to sleep. So this will power off. The charger doesn't stay on, it enters a sleep mode. And the color on itself, maybe you can see it better here, became green. When it's plugged into something, it's blue. So this has somewhat of a standby mode. Not really sure how this will play with really low power devices. If they are extremely low power, they might have a problem with this. Like this thing, it draws so little power that it's not keeping this on. I've seen this in many other modern chargers. This is not drawing enough, so I need to enter its menu and activate an internal resistor to keep this on. Anyway, it can be done, but yeah. But for normal phones and like that, for sure you will not have any sort of issue. And now I'm connecting to an HP laptop. I've seen this laptop draw 45 watts from my Samsung charger. Let's see how much it can draw from this. I saw 40 for a moment, and the protocol goes to 45. You can see power delivery 45 watts, and it's settled at 42.5. So this is good. The laptop might be limited at that via USB C, because I've not seen it draw more, and neither do I have any devices that are able to draw more than 45 watts via USB Type C. So this will be our limit for testing. Now let me just give you a quick info about the protocols that this supports by testing with this PowerZ device. And exactly now I need to activate that resistor. I'm pressing the top button and it's on. So as you can see, it found quite a few protocols. It even has Apple. But weirdly enough, power delivery is not listed. Doesn't play nicely. Anyway, you could see power delivery being used on all phones, both phones actually, and the laptop. So for sure it accepts power delivery, but this tester doesn't play nicely, it seems, with it. This is a pretty capable little charger, and barely warm from what we were playing. Really nice shape to it. Let me see if it fits where I had my old charger. Something tells me it won't, but I'm still going to try. Oh, it fits. Woohoo! Sorry about the dust, I should clean my car. If I can actually get also this little cable, although I should replace it with type C to type C. But if this will actually go in, yeah, it will. This is freaking cool. So it's big, but not huge. Obviously much bigger than a little toy like this iNopi, which I will link in the description. For what it is, this is a capable little charger, but doesn't support power delivery, so it cannot charge laptops, for example. Yeah, you can see quite a big difference between them. But then again, this is much more capable. And at least on the S23 Ultra, this is what it decides to use when using Type A port. Only about 6 watts with quick charge 2.0. And even more weirdly, if I plug it into the HP laptop, it decides to use an Apple protocol and gives it 4 watts. That's no way near enough for a laptop, but at least it's giving it something. And my daughter's Samsung seems to be taking 14 watts out of it. So this phone, although its maximum charging is less than any of the others, it's able to benefit from a more stable power, even through power delivery or quick charge. It always kind of finds a way to go to about 15 watts, one way or another. Some good news, on this particular port, it doesn't have that standby feature. So yeah, it seems it's choosing Apple protocol to stay on, but it will keep this on at 5 volts. So your low power devices will also work for sure on this port, in case they don't work on the Type C. On this they will work because it's always giving 5 volts. So that's freaking awesome. Sorry about the engine running. Needed to charge the laptop in an emergency, and it ran for about 1 hour. And daughter coughing in the background. So that's the explanation for the emergency. It ran for about, actually more than 1 hour, probably 1.5 hours, and it's hot. So these two things are almost too hot to touch. So I think it reaches about 55 degrees Celsius. That's the limit where it's too hot to handle it without feeling it's burning you, and it's kind of there. So yeah, in 1.5 hours of 45 watts, it gets to about 55 degrees. So nothing dangerous, but it is hot to the touch. But yeah, is it metal? Could be aluminum or some tough plastic. Just another curiosity of mine, this can actually power my new soldering iron without any issues at 20 volts. This can take 65 watts max, and this can deliver it and power this without problems. And this is about it for this video. With this particular cable, it's outputting exactly the same for my S23 Ultra, so I can use it perfectly. Cable does not get in the way. I'm really happy with the situation. For me, this charger is perfectly fine and adequate and quite good. So yeah, that's about it for the video also. Hope it helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.